Today on Mystery Hunters.
We're tapping into the spirit world using psychics
and science. I investigate a machine that lets you talk to ghosts.
They're all around us.
Could this be Thomas Edison's greatest invention?
Steve, this place is much creepier at night.
But since he's dead, we'll have to take it to a cemetery to ask him.
Did you just hear Thomas?
Yeah.
And I meet a psychic who works with the police. Can she really see who committed a crime by using her mental powers? To find out the truth, I go to her school for psychics.
Now it's your turn to discover how psychic you are.
And Doubting Dave shows you a high-tech way to see ghosts in your TV.
Okay, ghosts, let's get this party started.
This is Mystery Hunters.
We'll be right back with more Mystery Hunters. We now return to Mystery Hunters.
Relax. It's only me. I'm at a cemetery, a place that's full of dead people. You know, they're usually pretty quiet. But could there be a way to talk to them and get them to answer? You know, some people think so. How? Well, you just call them. But, not with this. Thomas Edison was one of the greatest inventors of all time. He even invented the light bulb. But everyday gadgets weren't the only thing he was working on. According to this magazine article, Edison believed in ghosts. One of the things he was trying to invent was a machine to contact them, a kind of telephone for the dead. Today, there are people who are making their own versions of Edison's invention. They call them ghost boxes. And I'm on my way to meet one of those people right now. But not a moment too soon. Cemeteries creep me out. This is where Steve Holte lives. He's gonna show me his telephone to the dead. Hi. So, can you tell me how the ghost box works?
Sure.
The ghost box picks up bits and pieces of words from normal radio stations.
What spirits use is the bits and pieces to form words and sometimes sentences.
Steve says that spirits will try to talk to us through any handy device. And the ghost box is just a way of making it easier for them to get their message across. So, how do you contact ghosts using the ghost box?
Well, basically, we just speak into the open air because they're all around us, and they answer using the radio to our questions.
You know, I was thinking maybe we can contact the ghost of Thomas Edison and ask him if he was actually making a ghost box himself.
Good idea, Christina. The best place to reach him would probably be the cemetery.
I was afraid he was going to say that. The cemetery's creepy.
That's good, because they're ready to talk.
Are they really?
They are. You want to ask him a question?
Yeah, definitely.
Anytime.
Okay.
Solving a crime is never an easy job. But what if you could see who the criminals were just by using the power of your mind? I'm gonna meet someone who says she can do just that. This is the place.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Nancy says that just by touching an object, she can find out things about the person it belonged to. For a test, I gave her this bracelet. I didn't tell her it belonged to Christina.
Very curious person. Always searching.
Well, that's a fact.
Gets along with everyone.
Hey, that's true.
Animals like her. They feel safe with her.
All those things do describe Christina. And Nancy says the police have called on her to use her special powers to help solve crimes. In one case, the police came to her with a fingerprint.
So I sat and held it. And then a story came to me.
Nancy says that she was able to see in her mind the exact person who committed the crime. Could that be possible? I'm gonna talk to the police myself and find out if what she's saying is true.
Nice to meet you. Jump in, let's go to my office.
All right. Detective Miko was the one who came to see Nancy when the police couldn't solve the crime.
We had a burglary in a pharmacy, and the burglar had broken the window and broke the glass.
The police had no idea who did it.
And rang her up and said, you know, I have a fingerprint of the bad guy.
That's when Nancy used the fingerprint to make some predictions about the criminal.
And she said that he had bad skin. He had scarring on the left side of his body.
And she told police they'd catch him. But it would take a year.
It would take about a year, and it would be through paperwork. She said, pay attention to paperwork.
About a year later, Detective Miko got a fax about a suspect who had been arrested for another crime. Was that the paperwork she meant? Sergeant Miko went to find out.
When I met him, he was 30. He had kind of bad skin. He confessed to the crime. His fingerprint matched, and he had this horrible scarring up his left arm.
Just like Nancy said.
I was floored, but that's Nancy. She's pretty amazing.
All right, so Gary said that Nancy has helped him solve crimes, but I want to find out more. Nancy actually teaches people how to be psychic, and this is her psychic school.
Araya, and this is class.
If psychic powers are real, this is where I'm going to find out.
Now it's your turn to discover how psychic you are.
Psychics may get messages from the spirit world.
Email coming in 3.
Thanks. But other people say they can visit it. You got mail. According to my horoscope, that should be from a 10-year-old named Christopher of Montreal, Canada. And if these tarot cards are right, he thinks he might have traveled to the spirit world by accident. Of course, I may just be interpreting all these signs that way because I've already read the email. But I do predict you're going to take a look at the mystery illustrator.
Dear Doubting Dave, the other night while I was sleeping, I felt like I floated out of my body. I even remember looking down and seeing myself lying in bed. Was I a ghost?
Well, Christopher, it sounds like you had what's called an out-of-body experience. And you're not alone. 1 in 10 people say something like this has happened to them. Psychics call it astral traveling. But is it really your spirit leaving your body? Scientists have a different theory. They think out-of-body experiences are probably just your brain playing tricks on you, especially since the experience usually happens when your brain isn't getting any signals from the rest of your body, like when you're falling asleep, or in surgery, or wearing a turban that's too tight. So, Christopher, I doubt your spirit actually left your body that night. Like most paranormal experiences, chances are it was just your imagination. But if it happens again, try to have fun with it and go somewhere you've always wanted to visit.
Awesome.
We'll be right back with more Mystery Hunters.
Hi, this is Cindy at Reverse Mortgage Funding. How can I help you?
I'm considering a home equity line of credit, but since I'm over 62 years old, a friend thought I should look into a reverse mortgage.
We now return to Mystery Hunters.
Thomas Edison was the genius who invented the light bulb. But was he also working on a way to communicate with the spirit world? Steve Halte uses a gadget like the one Edison might have been working on to try and talk to dead people. And what better place to test it out than a cemetery? Thomas Edison, is it true that you invented a ghost box?
Thomas?
Did you just hear Thomas?
Yeah.
What if we do a test? Thomas Edison, can you give us a sign that you're here, that you're listening to us, if you can tell us the name of your wife? Mary? I just heard Mary.
We have to check into that then.
Maybe one of the crew will know. What was his wife's name?
Mary still. Mary.
We heard a Mary.
Wow, that's crazy.
We heard a Mary.
Just a second.
We heard Mary.
I met a police officer who told me that Nancy Weber could psychically identify a criminal that she had never met.
He had this horrible scarring up his left arm.
Just like Nancy said. Now I'm gonna go to Nancy's school for psychics and find out how or if it works.
We are about to do something called psychometry.
First, she passes an object hidden in an envelope around the class.
You'll hold it, feel it. Christina? When I first picked it up, I thought I heard pinball machines.
Did she get it right?
Now, this is who you were speaking about. That's my son, Jesse, who has a pinball game.
Wow, she seemed to get something right.
Now it's your turn to discover how psychic you are.
I'm gonna try to get psychic impressions from whatever's in this green folder. Could I be psychic too?
I saw the first thing was boots.
Running across a muddy road?
I saw a sailboat.
In the ocean?
Wanting to have feet in the water.
Like on a beach?
This proves that everybody's psychic. I'm going to show you first.
There's a book inside with the ocean on the cover.
Feet in the water?
Feet in the water.
Yes.
In the folder, there was also a picture of this family.
They have a home that had a mud road, and he'd wear his hiking boots because he had to create a road.
That's like what I imagined.
They do go out sailing with friends.
And I imagine the sailboat. Pretty freaky. I tried out my psychic skills and I did get a few details right. But could that just be a coincidence? I think it's time I put my psychic skills to the test. Took on a real case. I'm gonna try to find a missing cat using psychic powers.
Well, I originally found the cat running around on a street at night. It was really scared running in between the cars. So I picked it up and brought him home, and he stayed here with me until he just disappeared.
Do you have an object I can use to try and channel my vision through? The missing cat's water bowl. I'm gonna try and clear my mind and let the information flow from the bowl into me. Here, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty. Anywhere. I couldn't find the missing cat. But is that because psychic powers don't exist? Or just because I don't have them? I found someone who thinks he can help me figure it out.
Mariah, you don't have to go to school to be a psychic.
Michelle said he'd show me the true secret behind psychic powers.
Fake ghosts show up on TV all the time. But some people believe TVs can channel real ghosts. Want to find out for yourself? Try it with your own TV. First, choose the creepiest room in your house, like an attic or a basement. Then set up a video camera on a tripod and get an adult to bring in your TV. It's also fun if you do this with a friend. Turn on the TV, then connect it to your camera so what the camera sees is showing on the TV. Next, aim the camera at the TV screen, then zoom in on the screen until it fills the frame. You should see a swirling static some people say is a gateway for ghosts. Now comes the fun part. Press record on the camera, then ask any ghosts that might be in the room to show themselves. Okay, ghosts, let's get this party started. You might not see them while you're standing there, but according to ghost hunters, that doesn't mean they aren't around. When you're ready, rewind what you've been recording and play it on your TV frame by frame. If you look at the screen very closely, you might find a ghostly face looking back, trying to make contact with you from beyond the grave. But is this really the face of a ghost? No. People see faces in things all the time, mostly because a face is a pretty simple pattern. And since there are so many spots and shadows moving around on a staticky TV screen, some of them are bound to come together like a face once in a while. Of course, ghost hunters know that, but they say that even if some of the faces are just a coincidence, other ones might actually be ghosts. So far, I'm not convinced. But give it a try and decide for yourself. Maybe the face you see will be a visitor from beyond the grave. No.
We'll be right back with more Mystery Hunters. We now return to Mystery Hunters.
Could I have made contact with the ghost of Thomas Edison through this ghost box? Tell us the name of your wife. Mary? What was his wife's name?
Mary still. Mary.
You heard of Mary.
Wow, that's crazy.
You heard of Mary. Is the ghost box really letting us hear messages from dead people? Is there anybody there that wants to give a final message?
Can you guys just say goodnight to us? Oh, no message. Did you hear that? Said no message.
Are you kidding? We just asked that.
Yeah.
Was that the voice of Thomas Edison we picked up in the cemetery? I've got the recording right here, and I'm gonna play it for someone who might be able to help me find the answers. Psychology department. Perfect. Hi, Dr. Alcock.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Can I play you something that we got in the cemetery? Is there anybody there that wants to give a final message?
Can you guys just say goodnight to us? Oh, no message.
Did you hear anything?
Yes.
Can you tell me why there's so many ghost box users who hear spirits?
So, you know, Christina, our brains are always trying to make sense of the world around us, and it happens automatically. If you see part of something, if you see a dog's head looking through the window, you don't say there's a dog's head, you say there's a dog.
I get it. Your mind automatically fills in the missing part. That's what it expects.
So our brains are always doing this. It's very powerful.
In other words, if you want to hear ghosts, your mind will work hard to hear the words a ghost would say.
We make sense of them. We fit them into our expectation.
Did you just hear Thomas?
Yeah.
If I could prove Dr. Alcock's theory, that might explain why so many people hear ghosts talking through ghost boxes. Hey, guys, I asked a few kids to come help with another ghost recording we received at headquarters. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna play some sounds for you with a secret hidden message inside. Well, that's what I told them. I created this ghost voice myself, and I know for a fact that there are no messages in it. You guys ready to take a peek at it? Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Yes, my name's Blizzard. Yes, there was something now. Release me.
Did you guys pick some stuff up in there? Yeah. Sounded pretty creepy, huh? Yeah. So what did you guys get?
I got the "you smell like lizard" and "really strange."
Yes, you can see through waters, though.
Yes, it's a myth. Swarming blizzards.
I got "guests can't see through the walls."
What's this person trying to say? What do you think his message is?
A curse.
Like a spirit.
Could have been a ghost, a spirit.
So you're really sure you've heard the ghost?
Yeah.
Maybe there are like spirits in this room talking at the same time as you are.
Yeah. What if I told you I knew that there was no ghost? Okay, guys, so I'm gonna explain to you what this message really is. Horses did neigh, and it was just me reading Shakespeare. I just played it backwards, which turns it into nonsense. So why do you guys think that you heard these strange messages?
Well, you told us there were messages.
That's right, but there weren't any, right? I made you expect something that your own imagination and creativity brought to life.
Our brains are always trying to make sense of the world around us, and it happens automatically.
Well, thank you so much for helping me with the experiment, guys. And remember, things aren't always what they seem. You guys got it. Did Thomas Edison really try to invent a device that ghosts could communicate through? You know, some people think so, but other people say he loved practical jokes, and spreading rumors about a box that ghosts could talk through might have been one of them. I guess there's only one way to know for sure, and that's if he tells us himself.
Can psychics really get useful information just by reaching out with their minds? I tried, but it didn't work out that well. Now I met someone who says he can show me exactly how to do it. Michel Aslan is a magician. He studied the techniques that psychics use.
So, Haraya, you don't have to go to school to be a psychic. And if you want, I can show you exactly how to do it.
Yeah, cool, let's do it.
Can I borrow your keys or something else?
Sure.
Thanks, let me just get a second here.
Okay.
You're a sensitive, energetic person, and yet you're used to getting your way. You're impatient with people who cannot make up their mind up quickly, and that you have a great many acquaintances, but not that many close friends. You know the true meaning of friendship.
That sounds like me. Wow, I mean, that's incredible. Do you use your psychic abilities to solve crimes?
No. As a matter of fact, I don't have any psychic abilities, and the keys have nothing to do with this.
What Michelle just did is called a cold reading.
Well, what I've been telling you are psychological facts that are common to a lot of people. As a matter of fact, they're so common that I was reading them off this list here. I wasn't feeling anything from the keys.
It's a list of things that most people feel about themselves. Sensitive, energetic person, impatient with people who cannot make up their mind. Wow, I thought you knew me. It's all right here. But how do you explain the readings that real psychics give?
Well, they say a great many things over a period of time, and maybe out of the 12 things, for instance, that they say, one of them will be a match. That's the one which you will remember. And you'll even mold it and shape it to make it fit better in your own memory, because you want this to be true.
Many people definitely believe that psychics have helped solve some crimes, but how they do it is still a mystery. Now, if I could only use my psychic powers to find my sunglasses.
Hey, Uriah. It's too bad you didn't turn out to be psychic.
Why is that?
Since 1998, the James Randi Foundation has been offering $1 million to anyone who could prove that they have psychic powers.
Wow. A lot of people must have called in to get tested.
Yeah, tons. But no one won the money.
Well, maybe we should send the foundation your recording of Thomas Edison's ghost.
Yeah, but you know, they're gonna probably say the same thing that Dr. Alcock said. Thomas Edison never really answered my call. That's been happening all day.
Christina, Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Maybe this is how his ghost is trying to answer you.
No way. But just in case, how do you feel about using candles from now on?
I feel good, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember, things aren't always what they seem.